Leo, what is going on? Welcome into the channel. So happy to have you here always. My name is Deborah, owner of Purusha Holistic Wellness, and this is another episode of Purusha Intuitive, where we're going to look at your energy via the tarot, astrology, and any channel messages that come through. So let's get into it. Happy day, Leo. I hope you're doing well this week. We have just moved into Taurus season. So Taurus season is definitely a welcome energy right now. There's been a lot of water in the astrology, meaning it is triggering a lot of emotions, a lot of feelings, situations, dynamics that are not working out are bringing up a lot of feels. Some of it we're expecting, some of it we're not, and it's been making it really hard to navigate. And on top of all of that, Mars has been a really fickle energy. It's like essentially not paused progression, but slowed it way down. And so we have to find some level of patience within the process. Never fun, maybe a little difficult right now because fire energy wants to move forward, wants to push the agenda, etc. And we're just not as successful operating out of that right now. It's more about being strategic and taking your time to think things through and really align yourself with the energies that you want in your life, and making sure that you're kind of weeding out the things where there are a lot of disconnects or toxicity, etc. Unless you want that to be in your life, right? Like we have free will, we have choice. But we're coming up on a new moon in Taurus, so giving us an opportunity, set new intentions, release the things we don't want, and really kind of start plugging towards the things that we do. That's why I like to start off these readings with an energy cleansing, just kind of set the tone, set the vibe for the reading, cleanse out any of the blocks, limitations, struggles, frustrations we've been coming into. It's also a really good time to set your own intention for the reading, especially if you've come in with something on your heart, on your mind, something you would like Spirit to deliver messages to you around, Leo. Definitely give that over. Be open to receive. It's a great way to personalize these collective readings, and it works, I promise. And I also do personal readings. I offer a variety of healing, wellness services. Readings are one of them. If you want me to look at your specific situation, how it's faring, where it's headed, etc. Or if you are just looking for more of a realignment with self, a rebalancing of the mind, body, soul, I do energy healing as well as Ayurvedic or holistic wellness consultations. When we feel good, when we feel strong in alignment with who we are, that's when we're manifesting happiness and fulfillment. That's where our abundance really stems from. How we feel about ourselves, right? And how in alignment we are with the choices and decisions we're making, the people we keep around ourselves, etc. So definitely hit me up if you're interested. I would love to help support in whatever way possible. Definitely reach out. All the info to get into contact with me is in the description box below. All right, with that, let's get going. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure loving grace. I release anything that is not for your highest and best. Any fears, doubts, insecurities, lack of worth, lack of value, pain, anger, frustration, impatience, overwhelm. Cleanse it and release it from our being so we may see and understand the messages clearly, and help to make me a clear and open channel for the collective. Thank you, Father God, Spirit guides, guardian angels, Mama Love, Mama Love. Amen. All right, so the energy, well, it's been pretty active. The astrology's been very active lately. Lots of feelings, like I was talking about. There's this cluster of planets in Pisces that is like forcing us to work shit out, to put it bluntly, Leo. And it's not fun. It really is kind of gritting against our ego, our sense of like worth and value and feeling good about ourselves. Definitely lots of like hidden learning lessons, messages in between, right? In between the things that we're going through, the things that really seem kind of like counterintuitive, like why is this happening? Or why is this happening again is what I'm hearing, right? There's something where, yeah, 100%. I love this overarching energy, black walnut, which is connected to discernment and self-worth. So when we're not being discerning, we're not honoring our self-worth, right? That's why like sometimes fire energy can be detrimental because we can pop off without thinking. I get it. I have fire placements in my chart, and that can actually come back to bite us in the butt. And really, it's not honoring of self. It's not honoring of the situation that you're dealing with, etc. There's something that I do kind of feel like is coming back around. Whether this is good or bad, I don't know. You know, I feel like, again, I'm seeing like hidden lessons behind the experiences that maybe don't make a whole lot of sense on the surface, but if you take a step back and if you really just allow yourself the time, the space to kind of sit, process through, I feel like you haven't really done that around something or someone. You were just ready to kind of like cut it off, be done. Maybe you needed to do that at a certain place and time, but for some reason it is resurfacing. And we're getting, well, 2 master numbers on here, 22 and 11. And 11 is really about empowerment of self, which is what you're kind of working towards right now, Leo. But it is coming through and from your experiences of relationships and of dynamics. It doesn't have to just be romantic in nature, but these are definitely relationships that hit close to home, that mean a lot to you or meant a lot to you once upon a time. And I feel like oh my gosh. Okay. So you have 11, 22, 33, but 33 is in your blocked energy, black eyed peas, wealth, prosperity. So there's something you're missing around this, right? Like this is, well, and 3s represent working together, working in partnership, in harmony. 33 specifically is that value of working together in a balanced way, in a way that actually brings a lot of prosperity and abundance, because we're like choosing to work with the energies around us. But okay, so something is coming to light. Okay, I see this through communication. Something where, like, according to your calculations, it doesn't necessarily make sense that it's happening, but it does look like it's coming out of the woodwork this week. This does feel like this is led by spirit or just synchronicities, things lining up, however you want to understand that. And I do feel like this is, like I said, their past resurfacing. There is kind of this easy, oh, and we have 36. Oh my gosh. So there's a lot, yes, there's a lot kind of like syncing up this week for you, Leo. And so much of this is pointing you in the direction of your prosperity and of your abundance. And I don't know if you're just like not listening, or maybe you don't like how it's coming through. Like maybe when you think about your success, your level of achievement, you don't want a certain person or situation involved or whatever it may be. But there's something about this. This is like, again, like how partnerships, how relationships are playing out for you, how much the people, the situations that you're inviting in are willing to work in harmony with natural law. Not to sound like overly esoteric or conceptual, but that really is what brings us abundance, right? When we understand what our credits and deficits are, and then we find people, situations that can kind of like compensate for those deficits, and like we can help with our credits, right? So I'm saying this because I feel like that's where like spirit wants you to be a little bit more open in your approach, using better discernment, right? Discernment in the way that you're working towards your benefits, that you're working towards the positive things that you want to see manifest, right? I don't know, there's a lot happening around you. Again, emphasis on that behind the scenes. And I feel like you are looking at things diplomatically to the best of your ability, but it's still kind of hard because you have situated yourself in a way where like maybe some of your viewpoint is a little rigid right now, Leo. And it's also because of other influences that are around you, not just like whatever you've been trying to cut off, but there's things that are coming up that are kind of provoking you to think, provoking you to really reassess a situation or a dynamic. Excuse the background noise. It's a beautiful day out. I hope you're enjoying where you are. But I don't know. I think you're just having a hard time making some level of peace. Or maybe you thought that like kind of cutting this thing off would bring you some peace, and it hasn't. Maybe it wasn't very apparent from the beginning. Maybe, I don't know, like it's almost like it got put on the back burner, and now that it's resurfacing, now that it's coming up, there are some decisions that need to be made on the table. But I think that, I don't know, like it almost looks like there's a lot of difficulty in communication if these things are being readdressed. Maybe something is coming through that is a little bit shocking to you. But again, I think so much of this is rooted, like I said, in this value of teamwork. And not to be overly simplified in what this is all about, because it is a little bit all over the place, because I see you making a decision that you just thought was the best. And again, it looks like on some level it is coming back up. Yeah, okay, for change. It's a portal for change. I like that. You know, I think that makes a lot of sense with how the energy is coming through. And I feel like you are processing through, like I think a lot of this is about processing where discernment maybe went awry, where there were certain things happening that weren't necessarily for the highest and best in the dynamic, in the scenario, where you needed to trust a little bit more in your own instincts and your own intuition, because there is some messiness coming out of it. Maybe this is what you've been avoiding for quite some time, or maybe you just thought you never were going to have to like really deal with it. That's kind of the energy that I'm getting, because you have a lot of thoughts about this and you're not really sure what to think. And there's part of you that's doubting it. There's part of you that's kind of sloughing it off. But then if, right, there's always this if. And I don't know. I think there's going to be some challenges in front of you. And I feel like maybe, again, that's kind of why intuitively you're holding off. But something keeps pulling you back. Something keeps pointing you back in this direction, Leo. And it's giving you the opportunity to connect a lot more with something that is honoring for your heart, your mind, your soul, something that's leading to new beginnings in a powerful way, right? In a powerful and abundant way. But you are the one who can choose that, right? You are the keeper of the new beginnings. The gateway. Sorry, that came out really weird, but thank you so much for your time, energy, always, Leo. I super appreciate you. I hope you enjoyed the reading. I hope you found messages that resonated for you here. Definitely drop comments below if you did. I love to hear or just say, hey, share, and a little love, a little TLC. I so appreciate all the love, all the support that you bring to the channel. No, I'm sending it back your way.